Okay, so to start our fish printing, we need a piece of rice paper, and it has two sides. It has a rough side and a smooth side, and we are going to be pressing down the smooth side onto the fish. So on the rough side, I want you to write your name and class code in the corner with a pencil. We'll be cutting these out most likely, so it doesn't really matter, where you put it, but just put it in a corner neatly. And then set that to the side and keep it clean. And then on your fish, you're going to take your small cup of ink and the brush, and you are just getting a small amount here on the brush. Gently brush over the fish. You do not want to have any places where it really pools, like where it collects a lot, because that when you print, it's going to create big blobs. So it won't really look like the fish. It'll just be like a big blob of ink. So you want to keep it very thin. So if you look closely here, you can see that it is just a very thin layer on my fish. You can still see the color of the fish through it. And I'm going to let you do 2 prints. So if the first one isn't good, or you decide that you need more ink on it, that's fine, because you're going to do a second one. Okay, so that's good. I'm going to set that to the side. Try to keep your brush on the scrap paper. And then I'm going to get my paper that I put my name on. And remember, smooth side down. And I learned that the hard way. The rough side really doesn't work well. So make sure that you feel it, that it's the smooth side that's facing down. And you're just going to lay that on the fish. You do want to make sure before you drop it that you can see where his mouth and his tail is, to make sure that it's all going to fit. And then with the foam brayer or roller, you are gently rolling over it. You don't want to press too hard, but you need to press hard enough that you can get the details. And it helps if you kind of hold it on one side and roll down the other side. And I'm rolling down the length of the fish, and then also off to the sides of it. And the great thing about the foam is you really can kind of press into it gently, and it will pick up that extra texture, because that's what we really want, is to see the texture of the fish. This is a great tool, just like the video showed us, for sort of documenting a catch. But it also is a great way to see all of the details of a fish on paper. So I can see the outline of my fish. I can tell that I've covered it all pretty well. And then when I pull it up, flip it over, now I can see my fish. Let's see, I've got that turned the wrong way. There we go. Okay, so then that goes to the drying rack, and then you can do one more. So we're going to do 2 prints, and they both need to go on the drying rack, and they both need to have your name and class code on them.